You know, back in the day before the MCU and before the Avengers and before Robert Downey Jr. got paid $15 million for a small role in Spider-Man Homecoming, what the fuck? There was a Marvel trio. The Marvel trio. And no, not Iron Man, Captain America and Thor. No, it's not you, your phone and looking at Instagram stories of parties you wish you were invited to. It was Spider-Man, Wolverine and the Hulk. They were the absolute money printers of Marvel. Two of these two are doing absolutely okay. Spider-Man's just as popular as ever. Wolverine's got a new movie coming up and he's part of an animated series. Good on them. But what has happened to the Hulk since then? The Hulk was a pop culture icon. He was literally referenced everywhere. Like, everyone knew what it meant to be angry and green and tearing off your clothes. And how do people see the Hulk now? Listen, I'm not gonna call it a downgrade because it made sense in the context of a movie, but it's been 5 years since Endgame. You're gonna tell me we still haven't gotten the regular Hulk back yet? The Hulk that used cars as boxing gloves? The Hulk that would just tear people apart limb from limb? Instead, in the MCU, we're stuck with a Hulk that looks like he'll try to help you with your maths homework and be like, well, yeah, I think I do remember doing this kind of thing back when I was your age, but I think the techniques have kind of just changed a bit, and yeah, I don't think that's really the same. Yeah, that carry the... I think if I revise a bit, I can try helping you out, but shut up! You're wasting my time. If you don't know how to do it, get out of my face. We have Google, we have AI. Shut up, Gramps. Get out. And I'm not here to say, oh, the Hulk movies before the MCU, so much better. Disney fucking ruined the Hulk. Because if you go on YouTube and look at any clip from either of the 2003 Hulk or the 2008 Incredible Hulk, you always find a comment being like, this is how the Hulk should be, much better than the Disney garbage we have now. Really? Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure about that? Have you seen those movies? Have you? Spoiler alert, dickhead. Those movies were no good. If you accidentally chuck back 10 cans of Red Bull before you went to sleep, don't fret, because you can just chuck any of these movies on. Good night's sleep, guaranteed. But also, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with clips of the 2003 Hulk. You know when he just grabbed like, what's it called? The nozzle of a tank and just starts beating those other tanks up like the fucking sledgehammer? Like, bro, that is the Hulk. I also really like how they captured the weight and movement of 2003 Hulk. Like, if he was charging towards me, I would be changing my pants. Or maybe changing out of my pants. Hit me up, Hulk. But yeah, I thought it was flawless CGI, but looking back at it now, it's a bit... like, what the fuck? It's a bit spotty. If I saw that in the cinema today, I would be like, what the hell am I watching? I'm sorry. Alright, before we move on to 2008's Incredible Hulk, I just want to address this one thing, and I can't believe I forgot to mention it. So the director Ang Lee, he said he wanted to translate the comic bookness of the Hulk comics to the movie, and in case you need a reminder of how he ended up doing this, the comic book effect, this is how it was done. Listen, I appreciate the effort to do something new, and sometimes, honestly, it looks kind of cool, but most of the time, I'm like, what the fuck am I seeing here? This movie is just so weird. Like, some CGI looks really good even to today, but then you have scenes like this. Like, how do you see that and just think, yeah, that'll hit the spot. That looks great. Again, I appreciate the innovation, but let's just let Scott Pilgrim do the comic book thing. And until then, we can figure out a better way to translate comic bookness to movies, okay? Okay. Edward Norton is obviously fantastic as Bruce Banner, but I sometimes think about what would have happened if he just stayed on as Bruce Banner. Probably would have been a more complex portrayal of Bruce Banner, because let's face it, Edward Norton, he's like an S-tier actor. We could also probably expect a lot of punch-ups between Edward Norton and whoever the director is, because apparently Edward Norton never left the Fight Club mindset. And by the way, people who are like, oh, we need the 2008 Hulk to fight Thanos, he would have fucked his wrinkly ass in 10 seconds. Are we forgetting that 2008 Hulk was tiny as hell and weak as piss in this movie? You're gonna tell me that Hulk can beat Ragnarok Hulk, the Ragnarok Hulk that got folded in 10 seconds by Thanos. You really think that's gonna happen? Fuck out of here, dog! Okay, sorry for doing another insert because I forgot to talk about how goddamn shredded this Hulk is. Bro's more worried about his macros and calories than being in a well-written story. And I know some people prefer the CGI in this movie, but he doesn't really look real to me. Like, take a look at this scene and tell me it doesn't look like a video game cutscene. However, I will say this, he's definitely the most attractive Hulk. Is that weird to say? I don't know, shut up. You've never seen a straight guy talk about how hot Hulk looks in a movie? Get a life. MCU Hulk is still strong as fuck, by the way. Have you seen She-Hulk? He's still pretty high up there in the strength totem pole. Obviously, the only thing he's weak in is his pull-out game. I will say though, I do like how the older movies portray Hulk as the Hulk and not as a gorilla. Like, I don't know what the inspiration was behind making the Hulk so gorilla-like, but the Hulk isn't a gorilla, he's a monster dude. Tell me why in the first Avengers movie he's always walking around like, like, that's a gorilla, that's not a Hulk. He should be sprinting and chasing motherfuckers on foot, then clapping their shit up. And just to show you how far Hulk has fallen off the radar, we used to get video games for the Hulk. Yes, the Hulk. He had video games. He wasn't just some side character in a Marvel fighting game, or he wasn't just some card in a mobile RPG game, whatever the fuck they produce now. You would literally just play as the Hulk and just fuck buildings up. And again, just to reiterate, I understand why Bruce Banner in the MCU had to develop. Like, he wasn't gonna fight this raging monster inside forever. Like, him dealing with that in every Avengers movie, that would be boring as well. And if you still want to argue against that progression, I don't know, shut up, eat a salad. But I just really love the raw strength and savagery that made him so popular before they pushed him down to B grade. So now I'm like, Kevin Feige, do something. When I was a kid, I had these Hulk hands and I would box with my older brother who used real boxing gloves. And looking back, it wasn't really a fair fight considering my Hulk hands were like pillows and his boxing gloves were fucking boxing gloves. I feel like I might have sustained a lot of brain trauma from that. I don't know why I told that story. Boys will be boys. Anyways, now the Hulk is dead. He ate the bread. His skin is green. I don't know if anyone knows that. That's an old ass YouTube video. If anyone else knows what that video is, I would be amazed. Alright, that's all I have for this week. Check out my second channel for random vlogs. Check out my Instagram. Check out my letterbox as well. My music, and I'll see you next week. 10-1-5 in the open night. I can't help that I feel so lonely. How many times do I have to?
The Hulk is dead. He's dead. So dead. So dead. Got hit on the head. He's dead.